Ready, steady, mom spaghetti. Alright, so, welcome back to the Principle Paragon, whatever this show is. I'm back with my friend Rafael. We don't have necessarily, by the way, if you don't know what this is, the Principle Paragon is basically just we're doing our best to model the paragon of principles, and so we're here to learn, think, and grow together by thinking about interesting or philosophic topics and trying to debate them either with each other or with ourselves to kind of come to some conclusion. And from that conclusion, we try our best to make a principle that you can, guide your life around. So today, however, I'm not totally sure if we're gonna come to an actual principle or even like a.
I mean, we might. I don't
we might.
know.
I don't know either. Yeah.
I think,
It's just kind of, this is just some random interesting topic that we saw, and we decided, you know what, screw it, like let's talk about it. I'm not sure if this is going to be a long video, probably not, but that's fine. So, do you want to introduce the topic this time?
I mean, yeah, sure.
I don't mean to push you on the spot.
I mean, that's fine. So we're going to be talking about if there was one thing that you can genetically change in a human, what would it be?
Yeah.
I want you said, so like, Jared at first said that he would want us to change our intelligence, right? So like, either make us as dumb as dogs or really smart like computers. But you changed, right? Are you thinking about something now?
I'm still not totally sure. I like to do these kinds of things like on the fly. Like we talked about 2 topics earlier already.
Yeah.
In like a 3-hour time span, so our brains are a little mush right now. But because we talked about them, I was kind of like, I like to go through the process, and that's why I like doing this so much, and that's why I'd like to do it live. Is because I would like to see everyone, talk with me real time about like what they think, and talk with me about different things while I'm thinking about it.
Also, it doesn't help that my brain hurts because I was just
yeah you got a little sick.
Not a good night.
Yeah. So, anyways, originally I said, if I could genetically modify humans in some way to make them better, quote unquote, I would either make us, like you said, like as like the computing, I would change the computing power of our brains. So I would either give us the computing power of like dogs, so that we were just like, I don't even know if dogs are technically conscious, like able to like think about like themselves and like the world around them. They just kind of like have emotions and like live and just like eat, sleep, and like be happy or sometimes sad and whatnot. Or I would like try and give us like the computing power to be able to process like the secrets of the universe, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
Like all this really cool stuff.
Like be able to just do like, I don't know where I was going with that. I was gonna say math. I was gonna say math
we
or
could
something.
do math crazy quick.
Yeah, dude, just like 5 times 4. Wow. Well, that's not a hard one, but you know what I mean. Like it's just,
awkward.
you can do quick maths.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess the reason why I think either of those goes into just like, I don't know, I think a simpler life sometimes would be kind of nice. But I also know that it's easy to take things that we have for granted now, like our consciousness, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it's just as much of a burden sometimes as it is a blessing. So I think people can take what they may from that, but I think that's sometimes the harsh reality.
See, I would just not want to be, like, I think, so, if you're changing it, like, making this scenario a little bit extra right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, are you saying, like, you're going to go back in time and, like, change the genetics? Or is it, like, you're changing genetics in every human every baby that is born from today and until, like, forever are all, like,
that's a good
genetically
question
changed?
About, like, the parameters of the experiment. I would say...
Because I think...
why does it matter to your answer?
Because I think personally me, I mean, I don't know. I was just asking. Like, I was just like, well, like, how would it work? Like, because like if it was now, like imagine how people would act.
Oh yeah,
like
every baby born from now on is just like basically a dog.
Exactly. Like just like
yeah.
super,
So let's
super
just say
not
like
smart.
from the dawn of like human existence.
From the dawn of super existence.
Yeah, just to
Wow,
not create some like screwed up reality. Where it's like not even really the topic is being.
So it's like another universe essentially.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna do some like comic shit right here.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I feel like we would not survive that long.
You don't think so?
I don't think
as
so.
if we were like as smart as dogs.
As smart as dogs.
I mean,
so, like,
dogs have
obviously
lived.
We know. Yeah, they lived, but that's because they lived because of us. Kind of. Not really, but
I mean,
somewhat.
wolves are still a thing.
Yeah, wolves are still a thing, but like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I just feel like us as humans, we would be like we wouldn't have a lot of the shit that we have now. Like I feel like we wouldn't like there would be. I don't know. I feel like there wouldn't be farming stuff like that, like simple shit like that. Like I feel like
then you're just as primal as like a dog. So like you just kind of like go and just kill and then maybe cook if we're that smart,
mm-hmm.
and then eat.
If we're that smart,
and then just do whatever.
All right. So I personally wouldn't want that.
You don't think so?
No, I think that would be fucking awful. I think life would just be so shitty. My personal opinion. I think if we had.
Do you think nature on its own basically is just like really brutal and like?
Oh my god! Fuck yeah! So nature is so fucked up. It's ridiculous. Like seeing some of the shit. Like you ever watch like Animal Planet?
Yeah.
Like some of the shit that you just see there. It's just like oh no.
Oh, no.
Like that poor animal is gonna get eaten. Like,
yeah.
It's like.
That's a fact. That's a good point.
And it's like, wow, I wonder how the person feels about just filming this. Like watching this animal just get murdered. It's like, oh, okay, well, all right, guys, let's pack it up. We got what we needed.
Dude, yeah, have you ever seen the video of the hippo that like eats a deer or something like that?
Bro, the hippos I thought were the nicest shit in the world. They actually attack people.
Yeah.
They can eat a human.
They're the deadliest animal on the planet.
They can eat a human.
Yeah.
They're,
with one
absolutely.
bite. No, if a hippo bites you, you're dead. That's it.
Yeah. Like
if
whatever
they
it bites, whatever like part of you gets like attacked by a hippo, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like you get in my hand, like if you just chomped on my arm would just be like destroyed.
Yep.
Like there's no coming back from it.
Nope.
Like my arm's entering the shadow realm, just straight up shadow realm. All right, so that's how I feel about the smart level of a dog.
So you think?
Let's talk about the level of like if we had. Like, we're computers, like, supercomputers almost.
I mean, in my opinion, that's, like, the future of the human race, period. Like, as of right now, the 3 crazy emerging technologies that I see that, like, will, like, just accelerate the human race, my personal opinion, is quantum tech, artificial intelligence, and fusion energy.
Yeah, but that's not making...
Well,
that's not us as humans being that smart.
But the computing power... all of those things combined would be like as smart as the human would be. Right? So like the computer needs lots of energy to do that kind of stuff. It also needs a lot of computing power, right, for the AI to do like crazy amounts of stuff.
See, and the thing is, with like your like 2 worlds, like your 2 universes, I hate both of them. Like,
you don't like them?
Straight up hate them. Like I'm just thinking right now, like imagine we were just like super smart beings.
Yeah.
Like I feel like our life would be boring. Like everyone would
so?
I feel like everyone would be super fucking boring and bland
all the
and
things
smart.
that we don't know right now.
I know, but it's just like
think about how much more of the universe we might.
I feel like our emotions would be like kind of fucked up. Like they'd start being janky. I honestly feel like how our brain works. Well, not that I think, but because I don't really know too much on the topic on how like the brain mixes in with like how our emotions are. But I feel like if we were really smart, our emotions would change into like something of like just
like a Spock thing.
Not even like maybe even worse. Or maybe like a Spock thing.
Are you saying it because you think that overall, like, emotions are actually more of a hindrance than they are of a benefit to people?
No, I think emotions are pretty fucking important.
Yeah.
And I think that
being smarter, you'd have less emotion?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I mean, like, I just don't see us being like, yo, let's go take shots since we just discovered like since you just discovered your 52nd planet or some shit, and then we go and like we party and take shots or something. You know what I mean? Like I see it more as, oh, you discovered your 52nd planet. I just discovered my 32nd as well. Or some shit. It's just like...
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe we all go take shots anyways, and because we're so smart, we know that we should celebrate
life.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true too. What if we just turn into fucking
I guess
all philosophers?
It could go both ways. Like, we literally don't know.
It really could. I mean, think about it. What are the philosophers that, like, what is the one philosopher that, like, was really smart and, like, discovered, I'm so dumb, and discovered, like, that the earth isn't flat?
Oh, I don't think that was...
Was he not a philosopher?
I don't... Oh, God. I'm thinking of Copernicus. It wasn't Copernicus. Copernicus is the guy who figured out that the earth is the center of the solar system. Or it's not the solar system.
Oh, okay. Was he a philosopher?
I have no idea.
Alright, I'm getting confused.
I also think he was like
I'm getting confused with philosophers and fucking scientists here. So we're gonna act like I didn't say that and move on. So, I mean, like, yeah, that's my personal opinion on, like.
I agree. I think it could. I honestly think it would go either way. I think based on what we said last time about suffering, I think that maybe if we're right, which I think we might be.
Oh yeah.
Is that we would probably be intellectually adept enough to, like, realize that, like, there are just some things in life that, like tediousness, for example, like, things that are just tedious are like, necessary. And that no matter, like, how much you want to just, like, get rid of things for, like, the sake of efficiency, like, you're gonna need to just do things.
Are we turning to, like, straight up utopia?
Maybe. I'm not sure. That's my hope in you know,
super smart utopia, just traveling in space, Star Trek life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trying to discover
straight
aliens.
living in it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's go discover other people.
Yeah.
And then find out we're the only fucking beings. What? Imagine that'd be crazy.
There was an article out there recently
insane.
that said that the stats for, like, how likely it is that life exists beyond planet Earth were, like, largely exaggerated. And that it's actually extraordinarily rare that we even exist.
Like another, like, form of humans?
Another
being, like,
life
race,
in general is, like,
but, like, what are they saying? Life, like human
like
beings
cells.
Or what?
Like single cell organisms.
What?
That it's like stupid rare. That it might not even be, we might not even have life other than us in this galaxy.
That'd be wild. Imagine when we get to the point where, like, we're able to finally just keep on, like, space hopping places, and we go all over our galaxy. We don't find, like, not one fucking, like, we can't even find, like,
we're really just, like, sitting around. We're just like, really? Nothing.
It's like at most all we see is, like, you know, trees and plants and stuff like that, but we don't see.
I mean, that's life though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, at most, like, we see, like, trees and plants and everything.
Oh, not like any, like, conscious life or, like, like
no.
animal life?
Yeah, no, like, we just straight up only see, like, at most, like, in some planets, like, trees, fucking
that would be
stuff
nice.
like that. And it's just like, okay, like, where the fuck are the people at? Then where'd they go?
Yeah. Where's all the peeps at? Hey! Yeah, I don't know. But there was an article that came out recently about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want to know mine?
Yeah, dude, I'm so curious to know.
Alright, mine?
If you say fly again.
I was gonna say fly. I want to give us the ability to fucking fly. Imagine how cool it would be. We'd look like angels, okay?
That's a fact.
Fucking wings.
That's a fact.
I know, but
well,
I think
it would be cool. It would be really awesome.
Yeah, I think we look so fucking weird.
You're right, but think about how
we're talking about this.
How much?
We're
I'm serious. Yes, we're really talking about this because I'm contemplating it. Think about how potentially happy you could be if every time you just, like, had a problem and you were like, I'm so mad. Think about how beautiful it is.
Fucking fly away. Is that
dude, just go chill up in the sky.
Yeah, it would be sick. We wouldn't need any planes. Or what?
You're right. We also wouldn't
we
wouldn't need cars. The Earth would be thriving right now.
Everyone would be yoked.
I like
in
yours
their arms.
Everyone would be
straight yoked in the arms.
You're right.
People would not know what
obesity wouldn't be a thing.
People don't know what leg day is right now.
I think you just solved humanity's problem.
Yeah, what? Let's go. Yeah, that's a fact.
I like you so much better. I cut you off so quick because I was like, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. And then I thought about it for a second and I was like, actually,
You see, I took it into a joke, and then you took it serious, but it makes sense.
Right?
Like, I think people actually, you would be working out.
Yeah.
I want to look that up. Like a bird. Like, how fit is a bird?
I mean, think about...
You know what I mean?
I mean, hummingbirds are basically always up, right?
Bro, their arms must be yoked. Do you see how fast...
Hummingbirds are jacked!
Like, imagine just, like, making a hummingbird, like, huge or something like that. Like, expands or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. But they, like, hit you with their fucking wing, and it's just, like,
God.
straight knocked out.
Obliterates you.
But,
down low, I liked mine. I like yours more now.
I just do shit like that.
I like the fly thing.
Damn, so
So
now it's just gonna be super anticlimactic when I tell you what I was actually thinking.
Alright, what were you actually thinking?
Well, I was thinking I would like to change how, if it was possible, like, our, like, mentality.
So you think that there's, like, a physiological, like, makeup that makes up each person?
Yeah, I think that we don't know too much of our brain. Like, we can't even.
Right.
We don't even know right now. We still don't even know to this day what the fuck the conscious is. Like, there's no like it's like where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
Like in the brain, it's like how do we have one? Like how does it exist? Because we haven't found a way to see it. So there has to be a way of, like, you know, if there was a way to genetically change mentality, I think I would change, like, our mentality to a mentality that was not a mentality, and this is the kicker here, not a mentality that is, like, all about motivation, discipline, or anything, but a mentality of more just, like, appreciating your life, like, and what it's worth, like, kind of thing. Like, I think I would love, that would cause us to, my vision here, my vision would be that we go into a utopia, just like the one I was saying in the last video, about how, you know, someone can, like, pull up to, like, a stream or something, and then they got, I don't know, teleported into a vortex or some shit, and they appear.
Okay.
They're like, where am I? And they, like, show up, walk over to, like, our, like, place, and it's a whole bunch of people that they're like, hey, how are you? It's like, hey, what's up? What's going on here? Like,
there's a war outside.
Yeah, there's a war. Yeah, there's a war outside. And they're like,
we know. It's okay.
We know. It's alright. No one's gonna bother us. You're safe here. And it's just like, no, like, people are coming to kill you. And it's just like, it's like a Wakanda type thing, where it's just like, people will never, like, go there. It's invisible. Oh my god. Yeah, Wakanda type shit. Just straight up, like, everyone's just, like, super just relaxed, mellow. They just appreciate for what's life worth. We don't have, like, we might even not have, like, cars and technology in this, like, era. It's just people, like, you know, farming.
It's true.
And, like, chilling. They're just like, it's nice. Like, have a family and everything. That's mine, though.
I like it.
Wow.
Damn, is that really the end?
I mean, we can come up with more.
More things that we would change?
Yeah. Oh, man. Like, what do you think is the biggest fault about humans? Like, what do you think our biggest problem is as humans?
So fucking funny.
What's, like, the one that stands out, though?
The one that stands out the most.
I think we have a problem with greed, to be quite honest.
I agree. I remember, okay, so you remember when I talked about, like, the human consciousness as, like, a whole, right? I feel like I would try, I don't know how, to, like, accelerate that into, like, a maturity.
Excel it into a maturity?
So, like, for example, like, this is gonna sound, like, kinda abstract, maybe, but, like, if you look at, like, humanity as just, like, one big consciousness, we do, like, so much childish, dumb crap all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like, nations as a whole doing childish shit. And then, like, you take a step back and you're like, we have adults out here. Like, we're adults, but we're not acting like adults, right? And I think that as humanity goes on and grows and grows and grows, I think that, you know, we'll still have our child phases, but I think that once we hit, you know, our adult growth phase, it's kind of just like, That's the end of it. Like, we're higher than that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that if that's in any way a genetically modifiable thing, then that's what I would do. Because I think that is going to be, in the same way that if we're 10 years old right now as a consciousness, that once we're in our 20s, that's going to be like the golden ages.
You think so?
I think so. I really do.
I would fuck with it. I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, if our mentalities were like that.
Yeah. And you know what? I hope that I never live to see that day, but I think it's gonna be real dope if we get there.
So you don't want to live?
Nah, bro. I'm not trying to live. All right. If I didn't genetically modify anything, I would. If in the future, let's just say we're theoretically gonna get to that point. I don't want to be living the next 300 years until we get to that place. Something tells me that living that long would just be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but if you could live for
I'd be down for living. Time, yeah, I'd be down for living to
do
like.
Do we still look young? That's the big question.
I don't know.
I think everyone kind of ignores that question low key. It's like, you know, when you think about it, it's like, oh, I'll have the power to like live forever. And like, I think sometimes people say no because they're like, I feel like that means I'm going to be like this old fucking person for like a really long time. Like I get to my old age and like, it's like, you're in between of like that adult / old guy type shit. So you're just like, you know, you got the beard growing. I'm thinking of fucking Zeus right now, to be quite honest. That's exactly what I'm fucking thinking.
Some old guy, but he's still like, yoked.
Yeah, still yoked and everything like that, and like you know, fucking.
He can still run the 5K.
Yeah, still
run
he's
like 500 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
500. That dude is like, I don't even know how old. I think he was even older than that.
I don't know. Not up to date on Zeus's birthday, but yeah,
birthday.
You're right. If we could keep our physiology going, then I'd be down with it.
Because like if I just turned old and but live forever, like I'd be like, yeah, this shit sucks. It's like you can't pick up girls.
Yeah.
That's the only problem I have with it.
I mean, maybe girls younger / older than you, or maybe you just suck. Who knows? Anyways.
That's true.
Anyways. What was I gonna say?
Wait, you could still die though, right?
Well, that's
like if I hit
me
with a car, I'm gonna die.
But like also,
we're not immortal.
There's also a part to like being human that like we waste so much time because we think we have so much of it.
Yeah. So
imagine if we tripled that.
Oh my god, bro!
How much time a human?
There'd be people fucking living for like 30, 40 years of their life on their phone, just doing stuff mainly on their phone, probably.
Dude, I don't know why I wouldn't, to be honest. It makes, like, kind of sense. Like, if I
could live for 300 years,
yeah,
I would build a business, monopolize everything, wipe out the world. it's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's like, this dude is going fucking crazy. Nah, I mean... I don't know if I don't know. It depends. Yeah, maybe. Because, like, you know what? Like, as much as people, like, always, it's like, oh, phones are so negative. So phones are so negative. Like, this, and that. But it's like, if you had that much time on your hand, like, phones are kind of peaceful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm on my phone, like, I kind of feel, like, you know, comfort. You know what I mean? Like, I love watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like, people playing video games. Like, the thing that, like, boggles everyone's mind is, like, why do you enjoy watching people play video games? Why do you enjoy watching people play football? But, anyway, sorry, I gotta get that out of my chest. But, like, yeah, like, if you had that much time on your hand, like, I feel like people would be, I don't know. I don't want to say more at peace. We don't even know if people would use their phone, to be quite honest, with that much time. Who knows? Someone says, like, oh, we're all living 300
I feel like you
years.
have to not do it, really, because, like, if you just did it for 100 years, think of about a 100-year-old habit. Right, you know, an 80-year-old habit. How hard it's gonna be if you just say, "All right, I'm gonna just chill for my 80 years of life that I have a phone."
So, Dean Graziosi, right?
Yeah.
And one of his quotes, right? I forget who he made a quote out of someone else's quote. So the dude's quote, I forget who it was saying that all he said was that, you know, it takes 10,000 hours to to form a habit, and then he said like something that 10, but it takes 10. So imagine if you use 10,000 of those habits to make a bad habit, and then Dean Graziosi practically said he was like, but it's easy to get rid of that habit. Like it's hard, of course at first, but it's also a lot easier than you think. Like it won't take 10,000. Like let's say you did, you smoked cigarettes for 10,000 hours. You'd probably be dead. But
yeah, but it only takes you 100 to get rid of it.
Exactly. But the thing is, like that 100, it's gonna be mentally, like tough on you. Like it's gonna be really hard to get through. But you can still do it with like less time and everything. So it's like. I know. I really just wanted to say that quote to be quite honest.
No, I mean it's
not. It wasn't even.
Point,
It wasn't even a good quote. It was. I don't even remember the quote, but I remember the topic of the quote.
Damn, we speaking of topics, we left. Gone.
Nowhere
near anymore.
It's okay. I can reel us back real quick.
All right, Fisherman Santa, let's go.
So, topic greed.
Oh, is that where we are now?
Yeah, I was supposed to actually. I did not reel us back at all. Oh, I would change. What is it called? I'd change our mentality of like, how we're just so greedy. Like, if there was a way to like change that, you know what I mean? Like, make it so that it's like you realize that having so much, like always wanting more, is not good.
Yeah.
Because like in the long run, like think about it, it isn't good. Like if you can just like, I can't fucking speak.
Find peace within yourself instead of
exactly.
Trying to
yeah, like find
yourself.
peace with even like just the small stuff. You know what I mean? Like I think you'd be a lot happier. You wouldn't be as like if you just didn't have greed. I think the world would be a nicer place. I think it would be peaceful. Because if you didn't have greed, I think a lot of the problems that we have is because of greed. A little bit. Like think about it. Because greed, the reason you have greed leads to like greed for power, greed for money, which money equals power. So like if you didn't have greed, like no one in the world had greed anymore, I don't think there'd be like much war.
Greed is like a subset of want, right? Because like if I want something, it's different than being greedy.
Oh yeah.
Right? Well, think about it. So like
true.
At a certain point, whatever the point is, certainly, probably
that like tips you on the limit of like
exactly. So it's like if I have 100 markers, it's like, well, I just wanted 100 markers. But if I have like all of the world's markers, it's like, bro,
like relax.
Yeah,
like why do you have all the markers?
Yeah, I think greed probably stems from like the supply for others. If you're influencing that supply for others, then you're being greedy.
Like imagine if countries were like, like fucking Russia, for example. They're just like, you know what? We're not going to try to invade all these other smaller countries around us. There's no point to that. Like, we have, like, a pretty big territory, even though their fucking land is shit. Shout out to the Russians over there.
Oh, no.
That are watching it. Yeah. You guys got a fucking ice place.
Ice place?
I don't know what to call it. I don't like your land. All right.
We don't like the soil.
Yeah, fucking America.
We have the best soil.
We have the best soil. No, I'm joking. Russia's actually really fucking nice. And no, have you seen pictures? Oh my god, I wish. Really nice. That was like Russia is one of the places I actually want to go to visit. In Tokyo. But yeah, so that's a little bit on greed. Why I would want to change it, I think.
I like that one. Yeah. If you could somehow. If greed is somehow physiologically, genetically ingrained in us, then yeah. All right. Well, I think that's probably gonna wrap this one up. My brain's so tired.
I mean, you guys put in your topics like what?
Yeah, that's what I'm most interested to
change?
see. Yeah. If you could change anything genetically about the human species, what would you change?
And why?
Yep, and why? Let us know in the
comments.
comments.
Just put your topic. That's not gonna help me.
No, that's not gonna be it.
It's gonna be no bueno for you. I'm gonna find you.
All right. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.